Now wait, what are we doing today?
Gardening! Appa, why do you have like a knife down there?
Yeah, it is a knife to open the box.
Why is it scary?
Okay, so we decided to plant some vegetables at the balcony. Okay, so we are going to use this. You know why?
Because you don't want the soil to go underneath.
Clever boy like you, huh? How you know that?
Because there's some space.
Why can't we just use a pot without any holes at the bottom?
Because they have the space there.
Because the water must drain. Okay, so I'm gonna now put the soil, our seedling mix.
That's nothing.
You just want to use all the tools, right?
Like
Okay, what shall we do? Let's start with Pak Choy.
Pak Choy.
What is Pak Choy? Do you like to eat Pak Choy?
I didn't want Pak Choy.
This vegetable, you always eat this.
Is it inside and water?
Okay, so shall we just put everywhere?
Yep. Not everywhere. Yeah, we'll have a lot of Choy.
Okay, let's try some first, okay? Don't use all. Let's also try some brinjal. See whether this brinjal plant grows or not, okay? Let's do some...
Already put that so it will go fast.
Yeah, so let's do
More faster.
2 seed in a hole, okay?
So that's a seed.
Yeah, this is the brinjal seed. How many is that? 1, 2. Put in the hole.
1,
2. Both seed in the same hole.
2. I put it inside the hole, but you didn't.
Yeah, good job. Do you have any more seed?
No. Definitely not. Hello, is the camera on?
Yes, the camera is on.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, what?
Hello, mysterious person. That's what I said.
Who's the mysterious person watching? Who do you think?
Human.
We don't know yet. Later when we put on YouTube, then people watch. Now it's just recording.
Let's repeat the video. Hello. This is our balcony garden. Here's some choy seedlings. A big chili plant. And this some small chili plants.
Okay.
And this some more small chili plants.
What is that?
Pandan leaf.
Pandan leaf. What can you use pandan leaf for?
You can use it for, I don't remember that name, but it's that bubble thing.
What bubble thing?
That thing they put in like sugar, that bubble thing in the sugar.
The sago
Yeah.
with the sugar.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we have the pak choy seedlings that we germinated earlier from seeds. So apparently these are also nutritious microgreens.
Yeah.
So you can eat it like this as well. You can just harvest this and put it in your salad or pasta and eat it this way.
I'll eat pasta.
Yeah, and here we have some what is this? Brinjal seedlings. The seed just germinated. Our balcony farm is slowly growing. We still need to have more pots. Once we have more pots, then we can transfer some of the seedlings to bigger pots. Yes, then they can grow bigger. But now that we don't have big pots yet, let's do some experiment with microgreens, right? So that's the trend now. Everybody is planting microgreens. Apparently it's more nutritious when you eat it young. So instead, for example, instead of letting this pak choy grow huge for like 1.5 months or so, we can just eat it straight like this, harvest it when it's still small seedlings like this. But of course this is I think too small, probably have to wait a bit longer to let it grow. So by the way, we also have these cuttings from basil and mint. We're trying to get some roots out of them. Once the roots come out, we can transfer them into pots. Then we'll have a nice herb garden. But you know, the sun hasn't been out today, so all our plants look a bit layu. Hopefully tomorrow will be a more sunny day and our plants will be rejuvenated. Okay, David?
Yeah.
So this is my farm assistant. This is balcony farmer number 2, assisting balcony farmer number 1.
Budget on.
Yeah. Hi guys. So now we have some updates from our balcony garden. Previously we planted some pak choy microgreens, right?
Yeah.
We wanted to try the what do you call this? The napkin method. Didn't work out, as you can see. They pretty much dead. I don't know whether it was too much water or it was too hot. I think it wasn't too much water, right?
Yeah, I think because we never put soil.
Yeah, but other people can grow on the napkin. It worked. How come for us it didn't work? So this works. So what we're gonna do now? Now we're gonna plant more. Okay. Okay. So we put this aside first. So I would just want to show the method that we use. 2 containers. So one is where we put the soil and the plants. The roots are already forming. And this one is another layer. So this is basically the drip tray. This one has holes and you put it here, so you can either spray on top or you can actually water it using the other technique where you fill up water below and the soil will absorb it, right? Correct? Okay, so this is lettuce microgreens. Today we're gonna plant some other microgreens. Today we're going to plant this one. What is this? Daikon. Daikon is basically lobak putih. Okay, so it's very simple. If you want to plant using proper pots, can. I actually ordered some flat trays for microgreens, but the trays never arrived, so I've started anyway. These are just regular takeaway plastic containers that I'm using. So it's very simple. I just put these holes using a glue gun. I use the tip of the glue gun. Once it's hot enough, just create these holes and then just cut off the scrape off whatever excesses, and you got some homemade plastic pots. Okay, very easy. What do we do now? You know how, right? Forgot already so fast?
Put the soil and then
Okay, first before we put the soil, we use this first to just line the bottom so that the soil don't come out.
But they already put instructions how to use it. First put seeds and then it will grow a bit and then we'll get sunlight. And we have to water it. Then when it grows a lot, we got to eat.
Yes.
Remember when we eat our plants already? One plant good and then we eat?
Yeah. Okay, for the soil, I'm just using this soil. It's a regular potting soil, so we don't really need that much. I mean, if those microgreens can just grow on a piece of napkin, it doesn't really need that much soil, but having the soil I think makes it a bit better. I've been watching some YouTube videos on this. A lot of people have done similar experiments around the world. I think the one with the soils always grow better,
and then
right?
Now we are making our own video.
Yeah.
I keep it straight.
That's why I asked you, is it heavy? Can you hold it not? How much soil shall we put?
I think it's enough.
Do you think it's enough? We put at least half the container, okay? Sit down and do. To flatten it is very easy. We just take another container and just press it down like that.
Put the seed.
No, before that we wet the soil. Can you spray? Yeah. Okay, so we use filtered water, not direct tap water, because for microgreens you want really clean water. Okay, spray nicely. Okay. The soil is flattened and it's wet. I'm just going to remove some of the big stones that I see. So we are just going to directly put the seeds. Yeah. Okay, so this one pack I think is just nice for 2 containers. We have a bit more here. Okay, now we just have to spread it. Can you help Papa spread it around? Now we are going to just wet the seeds. At the top, we can always water it properly later, but for now we just want the seeds to germinate. We still have some lettuce seeds left. I'm going to use more this time. I think the last time I used very little. The seeds are actually very small and light. Okay, and then we just spray the seeds to get the seeds wet, and now it's ready for germination. So what do we do now? Okay, so for the seeds to germinate, basically we need a dark place. I don't want to put it indoors, so what I do is I use this plastic pot, which is just nice for these containers to go in, and just put them inside here. But it's not airtight. As you can see, there are holes at the bottom and the lid is not going to be airtight. So what I do is I use this tray, which is the drip tray, and just use that as a cover. So this creates a dark environment for the seeds to germinate, and once the seed starts germinating, we can always move it outside so it gets more sunlight to grow. Okay, here are some updates from the balcony garden. This is our Pak Choy, which we planted earlier, already transplanted to the big box, and they are growing okay. Not as fast as I was hoping for, but they're still growing. I guess it's because we're not getting enough sunlight. And here are the chili plants, and I've already trimmed the chili plants, so you can see the new shoots have come up. These are all the new shoots for all the plants here. Especially here you can see so many new shoots. You can see the trimming here. So this is where I trimmed the plant, and all the shoots are new, all these are new. I'm hoping that the chili plants will become bushier and we'll get more chili. Here are some chili seedlings. This one's still growing. Here are some brinjal plants. These are the seedlings we planted earlier. Some spring onions cutting from the kitchen. The shoots are coming out, but I don't know whether this will grow or not. Mint plant. I planted 4 cuttings from the kitchen. Only one survived, the rest all died. Here we have some coriander. These are also basically cuttings from the kitchen. And here we have some basil leaves. 3 survived, 1 died. So hopefully this ones will give me some nice basil leaves later for my pizzas. So that's pretty much it. That's the update. That's how the garden looks right now. Do you have a lizard problem at home? I do. We have a lot of lizards at home. So Navid, how do we catch our lizards?
With the lizard catcher.
If you need to catch lizards at home, this is one of the most effective ways. I use this one. This Ritzact Cockroach Trap. But it works for cockroaches and also lizards. It's actually very easy to set up. Just take this out. It's actually a sticker trap, which is very straightforward. You just have to peel off the sticker. So they give you this bait. It's some kind of a bait that attracts lizards. And you have to put it in the middle. And then you close this. It becomes like a box. So when the lizards go in or cockroaches go in, they get stuck. Very simple, very effective. I've used it before, it worked. We caught a lot of lizards and then the lizards came back. So I bought another packet. It's a pack of 5. There's 5 pieces inside, so I bought another pack. And I set up 2 last night and we actually caught some lizards. So let's go check it out. Okay, Navid, let's go check our lizards. Yep. Okay, we set up 2 traps last night. There's one here near the fridge. And then there's one there near the rubbish bin. Okay, let's check this one first.
Nope.
Anything inside? Empty?
This one.
Okay, let's put it back. Hopefully we catch something tonight. Okay, how about this one?
Have 2.
Alright, so we actually caught 2 lizards. We can see one lizard here on this side. So you can see the lizards actually on the way towards the bait in the middle. So we have 2 lizards here today. As you can see, the lizards are actually still alive. And this is what we do.